Hey guys, Cool Mazin here with anime reviews, and as you can tell, I am re-reviewing Toradora, or Tiger X Dragon in the English title. But I am going to re-review it because in my other microphone it sucked and no one would watch it because it sucked so bad. So with my new microphone now, I have a chance to actually do this review. So let's start. Have you ever experienced an anime that was so entertaining that you kept on watching it in a row and just didn't want to stop? Well, this was basically my experience with Toradora. At first, when I heard about Toradora, it really seemed unappealing to me. A regular school comedy, easy romance, predictable. But due to the high popularity, I gave it a try. Episodes, but then put it on hold because I didn't want to get into lots of new anime. But after a week after the last episode was released, I decided to get back into it. And before I knew it, I was addicted as ever. Toradora starts off with the male lead, Ryuji Takasu, who is trying to make his best effort to make himself look good for his second term of high school. Despite his caring, gentle personality, his eyes resemble as of a dragon, which is why a lot of people are afraid of him, but why Ryuji is called a delinquent throughout the whole school. Ryuji starts off with his first day, happy to know his best friend, Yusaku Kitamura, and the girl Ryuji has a crush on, Minori Kushida, are in the same class as him. But soon enough, Ryuji accidentally bumps into the most dangerous girl in school, the palm-top tiger, Taiga Aisaka. Taiga usually has a negative attitude towards others, so after meeting Ryuji, her first impression of Ryuji is that she really doesn't like him. It also turns out that they end up being in the same class as well. Later that day, after Ryuji is called up to the front of the school, he finds Taiga holding onto his bag. He then fights for it and ends up getting his bag. Later, Ryuji figures out that the bag actually belongs to his best friend Yusaku, and that Taiga slipped a love letter in Yusaku's bag. But then, soon enough, Taiga ends up in Ryuji's apartment out of nowhere to, quote-unquote, kill Ryuji after finding out about the love letter. She was able to barge in because, as it so turns out, the rich apartment next to Ryuji's small modern apartment is where she lives, and it's close to close window too. Somehow, Ryuji is able to convince Taiga to not hurt him by saying that he also has a crush on Minori, and as it turns out, coincidence, Taiga and Minori are best friends. So basically, Taiga and Ryuji team up so they can end up with each other's best friend. Later on into the story, more characters show up, as Amy Kawashima, a model that is Yusaku's childhood friend. Amy has a liking to Ryuji and hatred towards Taiga, and as it turns out, Toradora becomes a love pentagon. Wait a minute. I've never heard of an anime that is a love pentagon. Weird. Toradora starts off sounding plain, but later it ends up getting much better. The show starts to become more unique as the episodes evolve. Taiga versus Amy in a 50-meter relay, Taiga's family difficulties, Christmas, and a tragic field trip that, in my opinion, was unforgettable. Toradora has a strong story, even though it starts off not so strong. As it develops, not only does the story end up getting much better, but the characters do too. The characters in Toradora start off as a hit or miss. There are characters in Toradora that are praised throughout the anime community, like Taiga, but some characters that are neglected, like Minori. I like all the characters to some extent. But there was something missing between each one. Throughout the series, Kitamura got annoying after part of his relationship with other fellow characters in the series dies down. He ends up becoming an extra and not important to the story anymore. Amy really started off as a whiny bitch at the beginning. She evolved to a better character and, less of a bitch. But really, she isn't the best character because she really can be annoying. I do believe the three main protagonists, Minori, Taiga, and Ryuji, are really good. Minori is very thoughtful of everyone around her and is always putting her friends before herself. Ryuji is also thoughtful of making everyone's lives enjoyable, such as his close friends, Taiga, and his mother, Yasuko. Taiga is perhaps the best tsundere I've witnessed throughout the anime community. She can be stubborn, but when she gets to know them more, she can be very nice and thoughtful towards them. But she can also crack a bone when she needs to, which is also pretty cool. The characters are good, but definitely to have weaknesses towards them. On to the soundtrack and the voice acting. The opening is really spunky. It sort of has a Lucky Star quality to it. The second opening is better, but not so much Lucky Star. It's more of a thoughtful reminder about everyone in the series. Both openings are really good. Oh, the ending themes. They don't give much of the music quality you really want from the series. Both of them are really sweet, high-pitched. No. It just didn't really end up working well with them. I prefer the openings. The voice actors did an especially good job portraying each character, especially Rei Kugamiya, who has played the roles such as Alphonse from Fullmetal Alchemist, Kagura from Gintama, Mizore Shiroruki from Rosario Vampire, and Shana from Shakugan no Shana. And throughout these aspects, she was pretty spot on with her Taiga. And the art, in my opinion, from this series is absolutely flawless. Maybe it's because I watched the episodes in really high quality, which everyone should, but the colors were so shining and were just simply beautiful. The artwork shines throughout the series and is probably one of Toradora's high points. Overall, Toradora was a really fun experience. I probably enjoyed it so much that I watched 11 episodes in a row without stopping, making a new record. Toradora has a great plot, great character design, great music, and the voice acting was really good. A great set of characters, a nice feeling after each episode, great character development and story development, relationship development. It all ended up being a really, really good series. It was a great experience I think anyone could really enjoy. I recommend it to you and give it a slight close 9.5 out of 10. I just can't give it a 10 because it wasn't perfect. But it was really, really good. I suggest you go check it out. I believe the OVA, not the OVA, what the hell am I saying? I think the soundtrack, the opening, which you've heard at the, I can't talk, but I suck at this. Let's try that again. The opening for the anime. Wow.